There are altogether 3 Sharmas. Ajay Sharma, Rita Sharma, Geeta Sharma.
Yeah.
आज तो शर्मा लोगों की
आज तो शर्मा लोगों की पार्टी जीत रही है. Rita ji, thank you very much for your concern. I am better than earlier, but still it is pouring out. बीच बीच में हो जाता है. Within the next 2 minutes we will start because there are supposed to be 10 members, not including me and Mrs. Nivedita.
3
6
have joined,
members.
so 7 have to join us yet.
Oh yes, sure. और मोहन जी कैसे हैं? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please mark P in the chat box to mark your presence. Today's session will be not more than 40 to 45 minutes. And same will be tomorrow also. Within a minute or so, 32 it is. So shall we start, Mohan ji? अभी किसी के आने की
Yes,
कोई
sir.
किसी के आने की कोई उम्मीद नहीं है. चलिए. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening very much. मोहन जी आप मेरी स्क्रीन देख सकते हैं?
जी sir. Yes, sir.
That's great. So we will be starting right from this place. Now this is the most desired topic, and why it is desired we will be describing in a few more slides. You see, values basically describe the personal qualities which we want to embody in ourselves, to guide our actions, the sort of person we want to be, the manner in which we treat ourselves and others also, and our interaction with the world around us. See, the values that are core values: love, peace, truthfulness, right conduct, and non-violence. Of course, there are other ones also. Truth के साथ honesty, that is also required. Honesty के साथ trust, that is also required. But these are the core values. And these are very much latent in every human being. Nobody wants to be violent or dishonest or untruthful. But the virtue, from the virtue perspective, there is a difference between two types of values. The intrinsic value, that is, अभी मैं एग्जाम्पल भी दूंगा आप लोगों को. कौन जी आप ड्राइव कर रहे हैं?
बाहर में जाइए.
हाँ वही मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, हवा की आवाज आ रही है. So the intrinsic value is something that has value in its own right. For example, say honesty, say kindness. They are very much rightful in their own perspective. Everybody wants to be ऑनेस्ट, लेकिन मैं इसके भी एग्जाम्पल दूंगा आपको कि कहां पर आप डिसऑनेस्ट भी हो सकते हैं एंड स्टिल इट इज कंसीडर्ड टू बी राइटफुल. Now next is extrinsic value. When we want to do something, achieve something for some other reason, worldly reason, say for example wealth, to achieve fame, name, and these all such things which are extrinsic, the outside factors which guide us to have these values. अभी देखते हैं आगे what exactly is the relationship between the person and a goal. You see, your goal may be different. A criminal, अभी honesty की बात हम कर रहे थे थोड़ी देर पहले. From the honesty point of view, say for example, we want to be honest because we trust in building a relationship. But that relationship cannot be built if we are honest to a criminal who is asking for the address of your friend who probably is going to hurt him in any way. So you are not going to say yes and then justify it to yourself. Rationalize it out of your sense of honesty. So here the great good is to prevent your friend from harm. It is not for the purpose of integrity of your character or the personality. It is for the sake of saving your friend from any type of harm. This is honesty. Similarly, another example is a person who values honesty might blow the whistle on financial wrongdoings by superior. Honesty जो करता है value. Whereas the person who values loyalty may remain silent. Just the classic example of value conflict. I value honesty, so I will blow the whistle. Saving the honesty should be to the person, one, but top priority should be to the organization. If due to dishonesty my organization is going to suffer, then certainly with that organization a number of other people are going to suffer. But the person who wants the priority to be placed on loyalty, he may remain silent. So honest person may believe there are limits to loyalty. Keeping quiet about wrongful act out of loyalty might harm others. So he may go out of loyalty and blow the whistle. Whereas the loyal person, he gives more importance of keeping one's confidence. If I am honest to my superior, to my boss, to my management, then certainly I will keep quiet because I want to maintain that relation. And there may be certain extrinsic forces which may guide you to keep quiet, maintaining your job, maintaining your high profile, maintaining the relations with your superiors. A number of factors might be there without thinking that it might harm others also, because he lays too much emphasis on loyalty rather than honesty. This is the classic example of value conflict. And basically what example we are laying down or putting up is due to the fact that in what environment we grow. You see, giving sermons won't help. अभी मैं बताता हूँ आपको कैसे होती है ये वैल्यू, how you can inculcate in your kids. You see, the human values of love, peace, truthfulness, right conduct, non-violence, honesty, loyalty, number of things are there. But these 5 are latent. 6 are latent in every human being. Nobody wants to be a violent person, a non-loving person, a person who is not liked by anybody. But these are the makers of your character. They are the foundation on which your character depends. And the same thing we want to imbibe in our kids also, and therefore we want them to love. Love not between two humans only. Love with environment, love with animals, love with cleanliness. A number of different persons, different objects, different subjects can be there with whom we can express or share our love. Right conduct. अभी मैंने बोला था आपको ऑनेस्टी के बारे में कि saving your friend's life from a criminal is more important than be honest and truthful. ये दोनों चीजें आप निकाल देंगे बाहर उस समय, because at that time more important is the life of your friend. So you will not be truthful, you will not be honest. But the right conduct is this, that you keep quiet and don't tell anybody. Whereas when I talked about the financial irregularities in an organization, then you have to decide yourself whether your job, your position, your seniority, or your next promotion, they are more important, or the organization is more important. If the organization is important, then you will blow the whistle without thinking about yourself. There will be a number of court of inquiries, number of committees. That doesn't make any difference to your character, at least, because if you are truthful in those conditions, financial irregularity के condition में, when you are truthful, then certainly it will be all rubbed off and you will come clean. So basically, values are the fundamental beliefs that guide our actions, motivate our attitude, develops our characters, and what is important to us, they help us to determine that. Now the thing is, value basically describe the personal quality we choose to embody to our to guide our actions. What quality I should have, what quality I want in my child, what type of person I want to be. So the manner in which I treat ourselves, myself, and others, that is, and then on the basis of that, our interaction with the world around us. So they provide, the values provide general guidelines for the conduct. You see, अभी मैंने शुरू में बोल दिया था, मैंने शुरू में बोला था आपको 5 main pillars. But यहाँ पे, what is the importance of value education in the global training system? Earlier, we used to think that preschool is a very early age to teach a child the importance of values. But it is not so. It is just the right age to tell them. Value yourself, value your character, value your attitude, value your attitude. If you develop characters, if you want a characterful child, then certainly you will ask him to make up his bed when he gets out of bed in the morning. You see why these are important, right? Starting from the preschool and then carrying out through their life. Because value education, it plays important role in making the right decision in difficult situations. अभी मैंने फ्रेंड्स का और एक आपको क्रिमिनल एंड फ्रेंड्स का एग्जांपल दिया था. What will be the right decision? The difficult situation is that you are facing a criminal in front of you. What will be your main purpose is to save the life of your friend. So the rightful decision is not to tell. Now truthfulness will also come over here. You may say, I don't know. Really, I don't know. I swear I don't know. You may go up to any extent to convince him that really you don't know. You see, the importance of value basically helps in developing overall character and personality development. If a child has done something wrong, and if he is trained in value education, he will be the first one to come out boldly to say, yes, this was my mistake and I'm sorry. That makes overall character. That is personality. Facing a difficult situation that I may get punishment for this, but that doesn't make any difference in his decision to come out with truth. Yes, I have done it. The third thing is that this is the excellent way of improving mental and emotional strength. Emotional, I told you example, and mental health, because at that time, particularly with the stable mind, you will be able to take the rightful decision. This will allow you to realize and work your emotions through the processes in healthy and acceptable ways. So they improve mental health as well as emotional strength. Next is skill of empathy is very excellent skill, and value education is an excellent tool to develop this. Now, what exactly is empathy? Is putting yourself in other shoes, putting yourself in place of the person you are facing and realizing what he might be feeling now, facing this situation. And this empathy is a remarkable skill which can improve your overall ability to resolve conflict, number one, and understand other person's perspective, his opinion, his ideas, suggestions. Take them in the right spirit and then decide whether this will be right for me to follow or not. Although we see that with the age, your responsibility will keep on increasing. जब बच्चे होते हैं तो our own sole responsibility is studies, making our career, making our health, take care of our health, our food, our parents, our family, our friends, everything. And as you go up in the age, your responsibilities increase. So value education will tell you, or rather guide you, how to manage all your responsibilities efficiently, how to manage them effectively. And finally, the importance of value education is emphasized in the concept of democratic thinking, means mindful citizen. Practically, how you can apply these things, the values, in your day-to-day decision making. The way you think, the way you respond to a specific situation or a specific influence. Next is, value is basically the degree of importance of something. अभी मैंने बोला था between honesty and loyalty. Which one would you prefer? So it is degree of importance to which you pay. So you lay emphasis on honesty, or you lay emphasis on loyalty. But this means values are beliefs that motivate people to act in one way or the other. These are the values. And there will be a coordination between your thinking, your value, your core values, as well as your critical thinking. In this situation, what should I do? So what are the ways where we can see the difference between the values and ethics? Value means what is important, and ethics guide us what is right. I have given only 3 examples over here, but there are a number of them. What should I achieve is important. That is value. And what is the correct action in this particular situation with this particular behavior with me, of my colleague, or my superior, or whosoever it is. Value differ from person to person, and they basically depend upon on what values and virtues and traditions you have been brought up. The same thing can go across, just opposite. When you come across two things, from person to person, they may differ. Values may differ. I value honesty, you value loyalty. Third one, value the truthfulness. But ethics are universally, generally considered universal. They are same for everybody. Values basically motivate us to take proper action in whatsoever the situation is. Whereas our ethics, they guide us to restrain ourselves from unimportant or irregular behavior. वहां पर हमको रोकते हैं हमारे ethics. Next one, the conflict, what exactly is? The values that are right because I have been brought up in a particular culture, so that value is right. For example, making money is a value cherished by most of the societies. But it is not the society which will guide you as to how that money is made, because that may lead us to unethical practices, जो कि हम देख रहे हैं. कहीं 200 करोड़ का घोटाला, कहीं 2000 का घोटाला. And ultimately the thing is that ki whatsoever is you have done, right or wrong, you can never hide it. It will certainly come up today, tomorrow, week after, month after, years after, even decades after. It will come up. Ethical decision making generally involves weighing the value against each other and choose which value to elevate. What if the person values honesty as his core idea, while the other person value efficiency as the priority? Efficiency means doing the thing properly. That doesn't mean that you may cheat from others' papers while in the exam. This will be dishonesty. What about conflict arising out of the priority between honesty and trust? अभी मैंने honesty और trust के बीच में example दिया था financial irregularities के बारे में. Somewhere you want to grow up and that is why you keep quiet. Somewhere you want to save the organization, the other employees, other people of the organization. from these irregularities, and that's why you come up. You whistle, you blow the whistle. Next is types of values. There are number of values. You see, virtues are only three. The main pillars: C, H, R. Consideration, honesty, and respect. These are the three virtues on the basis of which there can be millions and millions of values. There are number of values, but the moral value is given the topmost priority, the highest among all natural values. Moral value भी होती है, spiritual भी होती है, social values, intellectual values, economic values, political values. Number of things are there, but we will not go into those details. But now over here we will discuss what is the role of family in inculcating values. The family is the earliest and without question the most influential agent of socialization. But over here, you must be very much cautious in inculcating values in your children, because they are imbibed by the children by observing what their parents do. Sermonizing is not an effective part. After a particular age or particular time, they stop listening. Array, this is daily lecture. But if they observe you doing the same thing which you are sermonizing, then it will be imbued in their character automatically. अब teenage के ऊपर जब हम आते हैं, then the peer group, the social media, the society, a number of other influences, they overshadow the power of family. Family में कभी नहीं सिखाया आपको कि smoking is a good thing. But if you smoke, then it will be a difficult situation. If you don't smoke and you sermonize them that smoking is injurious to health, drinking is injurious to health, speed driving is injurious, then certainly they will imbue this automatically in their character. What you do, they will automatically imbibe this. And the power of family is strongest during the infancy and toddler years. This is what I told you, that right from the beginning, that is preschool days, you start practicing such values, keeping your things in the right place. It is the right value. But when you go back to your home from the office, you throw your briefcase there, open your necktie, throw on the bed, then what they observe? Ki my Baba told me ki you must be organized, but he himself is doing something else, which means actions are difficult and different than the words. They will have more impact. And similarly is the peer group, the social media, and other influences outside the family. You see, family returns as the predominant agent of socializing during the adult years also. Marital partners के साथ आपके कैसे relations हैं, आपके parents के साथ आपके कैसे relation है, your wife or your husband will certainly take care of that and will observe you that you are respecting my parents, so I must also respect your parents. You respect your parents, so I will respect my parents also. This is the role of family. Educational institutions. You see, school basically come first place when the individual values get compared with the larger value system of the society. In a school system, You interact with a number of people, your peers, your colleagues, your subordinates, your seniors, superiors, management, principal, parents, and how you behave with them. That will give the impression to others what kind of person Ajay Sharma is. So that comes first in the first place. Then second thing is curriculum. Generally, people say that the values cannot be taught as a subject. Right. That is very much right. In my times, there were stories in English and Hindi literature. Unity is strength. That story of a number of sticks try to break them. A father sermonizing them, giving them example. And they realize, yes, if we brothers keep together, nobody can break our family. So that type of curriculum is now missing. And that is why we're putting more emphasis on value education. Now, this is the place where one learns punctuality number one. पंक्चुअलिटी के बारे में आप असेंबली में एक टॉक देते हैं, स्पेशल टॉक अबाउट punctuality in assembly, morning assembly. But the students observe that you come rushing during the assembly after parking your vehicle, because more or less on daily basis they observe the same thing. They will inculcate this thing into their personality, in their characters. What should I do? What should I not do? You will guide them. Your actions will guide them. The 5 basic approaches here are to inculcation, moral development, analysis, action learning, and then finally the value clarification. Okay, what exactly is the meaning of this? When you practice them yourself, you will realize, yes, they are important. Next one is role of society. ये बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा चौड़ा नहीं है, but the society plays a very important role in inculcating values or even disvalues. और इनमें कौन होते हैं? Friends, neighbors, media, films. अभी OTT एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म चल गया है. Then religion, leaders, government, community, the society where you live. If you are sophisticated, then nobody will dare to touch you morally, ethically. But you have to be very careful while inculcating these values in your kids. उसने मुझे गाली दी तो मैंने उसको गाली दी. Try to be honest. What should be your action? Complaining is also not an action. It is not proper. Then what should a child do? Give such values so that he can put priority on his actions. What I should do? I should write on a slip and put it in the desk of the teacher. Next is shaping moral values. मैंने अभी बताया था आपको, invest time and efforts in your child's moral growth. Start early, as early as possible. The sense of right and wrong, it doesn't have any age. Yes, but it has very much everything to do with their development. And remember, if you get the things rewarded, then certainly this is the most effective in, rather than punishing the child for eliciting a positive reaction or instilling high morals. punishment is not the way. Rewarding the right way, right behavior, positive behavior, that is the right way. So cultivate such with things. जैसे आपने देखा कि बेटा अपना टिफिन दिखाओ and you see कि it is totally finished. Very good. Now you are going to be strong because you have finished your lunch. That is good. Now change your clothes, wash your face, wash your hands, and come for the lunch. Which means 2:30 when he comes back. Two things you have taught: washing your face and hands. Number one. Number two, putting your things in the right place, and then coming for the lunch. You see, we have to put immense efforts in cultivating moral values. But if we guide them only by sermonizing, it will not have much effect. The maximum effect will be only when they see you doing the same thing. चलो बेटा हाथ धो के आए, lunch करेंगे. So you also wash your hands, and similarly your child also washes. Then you sit on the dining table, serve the food, pray to the Almighty, and then start lunch. And don't ever ask your child about what happened in the school as soon as he enters the home. Never. So they become the best version of themselves because you are inculcating these moral values by telling them what to do. Now, how children learn values? I told you just now, watching their parents' example. And hence, it is very much important to set a good example for them. One of the best way to ensure you are setting the right example is to practice when you preach what you preach. Live your values. Don't just talk about them. Do them. Cleanliness is the best policy, but I am not taking bath. So what value I am giving to my child? So the best time is, I told you, preschooling is the right time to teach them. Never help them in their homework, which most of the parents do. Because that is called helicopter parenting. मैं आगे कल का जो हमारा वेबिनार होगा हम उसमें इसको डिस्कस करेंगे. And then today's webinar stops here itself. Start teaching them as early as possible. The best time to teach is as a preschooler, so that it becomes natural to them in their personality. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I stop sharing here now. And if you have got any questions, you can now see my screen. Open up your videos, unmute yourself, and ask me anything, any doubt which you have got. रीता जी भी है यार, किरण जी भी है, मोहन जी आ गए वापस, पहुंच गए घर. बोलिए हिना जी, यू वांट टू से समथिंग?
No, sir. Nothing. Thank you.
मैडम आपका एक सर्टिफिकेट मेरे पास रह गया है जिसमें गुप्ता लिखा रह गया था.
जी जी.
मैं अब ये वाले वेबिनार के साथ उनको भी भेजूंगा. सब
Thank you.
तैयार है, बट द थिंग इज दैट कि माय आईज गॉट इन्फेक्शन. दे आर ऑल रेडी. पर मैंने कहा कि एक ही साथ में भेजेंगे बिकॉज रिकॉर्डिंग तो मैं इसकी अब भेज दूंगा ग्रुप में
जी
कल सवेरे. सर्टिफिकेट्स परसों सारे के सारे एक साथ चले जाएंगे, जो आपका पहले वाला था और
जी.
इसका.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
कहाँ पे हैं आप? Where are you placed? Which city?
Sir, I'm in Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur.
Kanpur. Okay, that's great.
Yeah. I'm department head of science in Allen House Public School, sir.
Oh, that is also very great.
Mm.
Kanpur is my
Northern
daughter's
India.
in-laws place.
Oh, very nice, sir.
Yeah, she is married in Kanpur.
Very good. So where
Okay,
are you placed?
I am at Ghaziabad.
Ghaziabad. Okay.
Yeah,
Very. So that's close by. That's a part of UP.
that is nearly 5 hours journey by bus.
Yeah.
Now she is coming over here, stay over here with me and my wife for 10 days, and then go to
Yeah.
Kanpur, stay over there 10 days, and then go back to Mumbai.
Then go back to Mumbai
Yeah,
for the vacations. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So Allen House is a great school. I know that.
There are many branches. Even we have a branch in Ghaziabad.
Okay.
All over UP, we have 20 branches.
Hmm.
Allen House and DPSS. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So anybody else would like to speak something, or shall we stop over here? निवेदिता मैम नहीं है. Probably she is very busy. आज 6:25-26 पे उन्होंने ओपन किया था. So if there is nothing you want to share with me or any doubts, you can go to this recording tomorrow anytime, and then we can discuss it in the group. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great dinner and have a great sleep.